Welcome back, guys, to the 17th day, and we'll jump right back into it. 17th day. Second motive for relieving the souls in purgatory: the love of our Lord. First point: how much He loves the souls in purgatory. Second point: how much He desires that we should relieve them. First point: consider that Jesus Christ has an infinite love for the souls in purgatory, the same as for all souls redeemed by the price of His blood. Each one may repeat with the great apostle, "He loved me and delivered Himself for me." Galatians 2, verse 20. If we are allowed to say that there are degrees in the infinite, Jesus ought to love them more than He loves us, because, confirmed in grace, incapable of sinning, they can never more offend Him. Because they suffer greatly and with perfect resignation, and because they love Him more tenderly than we do. Yes, we cannot doubt that the eyes and the heart of the merciful Jesus are fixed upon our deceased brethren, upon these martyrs beyond the grave. Far from forgetting or abandoning them in their sufferings, it might be said that He, as it were, suffers in them. Yes, He suffers as the Redeemer in these souls which He has purchased with so many sacrifices, as a father, as a spouse, as the head of the members of His mystic body. Their sufferings remind Him of His sufferings. Their love recalls His love. If He could die, He would die again to pay their debts and open to them the gates of heaven. And to restrain the force of His love, it requires all the wisdom and merciful justice of a God who has a horror of the least stain of sin. Christian soul, let us be animated by these same feelings of the heart of Jesus. Like Him, let us love our brethren of the church suffering. Let us love them tenderly on account of their sanctity and of the excess and duration of their sufferings. Let us love them for the love of God as we love ourselves. Then it will come to pass that we shall feel deeply for them in their trials, and we shall spare nothing for their relief. Second point: Jesus cannot Himself deliver the souls in purgatory, for divine justice forbids it. But in the tabernacle, where love keeps Him a prisoner, He inspires the faithful on earth to pray for them and obtain for them the peace and relief in their place of expiation. Our Lord spoke one day to Saint Gertrude and said, "Each time you deliver one of these prisoners, it is as pleasing to me as though you redeemed me from captivity, and I shall know well how to reward you." On the altar where Jesus immolates Himself, He wills not that His sacrifice should ever be offered without the priests and assistants remembering the church suffering, and this takes place at the memento of the dead. He unites all His merits and those of the Blessed Virgin and of the saints, and He asks the faithful to come and draw plentifully from this treasury and discharge the debts of the captive soul. Take pity on these souls who are dear to me. Give me back my children. Deliver them by prayer, the holy sacrifice, and indulgences. Hasten, oh hasten, the hour when it will be given to me to crown them with glory, and inundate them with torrents of delight. To excite our charity, He ceases not to repeat what He once said to His disciples when speaking to them of the poor. "As long as you did it to one of these, my least brethren, you did it to me." And one day He would reward us as if it had been He Himself whom we had delivered. Christian soul, is not this a powerful motive to excite our zeal for so great, so holy a work, and one that is so easy to perform? Too happy should we be to have it in our power to satisfy so easily the ardent desires of the heart of Jesus. Example: a pious lady, a native of Luxembourg, appeared sometime after her death to a very virtuous young girl and asked her to help her with her prayers. Whenever the young girl went to church and received Holy Communion, the soul of the deceased lady accompanied her under a human form, and at the elevation of the Mass, her face was lighted up with such an expression of divine love that she seemed like a seraph. Out of the church she was never seen. The young girl, surprised at her appearing thus, asked the reason. The soul replied with a deep sigh, "Oh, you little know what the suffering is to be far from God. No words can express it. I feel drawn to God with such an ardent desire and irresistible longing that to be deprived of Him in punishment of my faults is such anguish that in comparison to it, the pain of the fire which surrounds me is a mere nothing. In order to lessen the intensity of this suffering, our Lord has permitted me to come to this church and adore Him here on earth, whilst awaiting the much wished for day when I shall possess Him in heaven. His presence, even under the mystic veils, penetrates me to such a degree that I feel I can live only for Him. What then will it be when I see Him face to face in heaven? And the poor soul besought the young girl to hasten by her prayers this happy moment. Prayer. O Jesus, full of mercy and goodness, Thou who hast so great a love for man, who justifies him by faith and glorifies him by grace, I beseech Thee by the virtue of the wound of Thy sacred side, which on the cross was opened by the lance, deliver the dead from the fire of purgatory, and render them worthy of the glory of Thy saints. Be merciful to them, O Jesus. Call Thy children and our brethren to eternal bliss. May they rest in peace. Requiescat in pace. And this is the end of day 17. Thank you guys for listening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, and God bless.